We're here back in the Fantasy Bar, big Tuesday night in MLB. We got 6 of my favorite plays on FanDuel and DraftKings, including 5 bats for you under 3,500 on FanDuel, all the bats under 5,000 on DraftKings. A starting pitcher I think is way too cheap. We'll start you a team stack. And of course, my favorite play of the night, who we talking about? Belly up to the Fantasy Bar and find out. Welcome in, guys. Tuesday edition Beers Daily Fantasy 6-pack. Good to be back here once again in the Fantasy Bar. 6 more plays fresh off the tap for you on FanDuel and DraftKings. Now, before we get into the plays, as always, you guys know the drill. Do me a favor, click that thumbs up button. Greatly appreciated. Helps us out tremendously. Also, if you have not yet subscribed to the channel, make sure you do that as well. And head over to scoresandodds.com/beer. Tons of sports betting information, picks, analytics, compare those odds. That link right there in the description of the video. As soon as you're done here, go and check that out. Get signed up today. All right, let's do a little happy hour. We're going to save you money again. Every bat I'm going to give you under 3,500 on FanDuel, under 5,000 on DraftKings, and we'll get you a team stack going here as well. All right, let's start in the outfield. One of my favorite value plays, especially over on FanDuel tonight. That's Andrew Vaughn of the White Sox. So this guy been very good against lefties. You know, a young career, but solid numbers so far. 274 ISO, 368 WOBA dating back to the start of last season. Hits in 10 of his first 12 games this season, and a very good fastball hitter as well. WOBA over 400. Going to see a lot of fastballs from Lynch, over 40%. 2 right-handed hitters, and Lynch has certainly had his struggles. 386 WOBA, allowed 2 righties, a 208 ISO, so giving up some power as well, and a low strikeout rate here as well at 18%. So Andrew Vaughn, just simply too cheap. Very good against lefties, leading us off here today in the 6-pack. All right, let's spend a little bit of money here at third base with Alex Bregman of the Astros. So Bregman, nice little streak here of late. 3 multi-hit games for him over his last 7. Now, overall numbers against lefties, a little disappointing here for Alex Bregman since the start of 2021. We know he's a much better hitter against lefties, but the thing that really stands out, again, find this in our Plate IQ tool here at RotoGrinders, an outstanding fastball hitter. We're talking a 452 WOBA, a 300 ISO against that pitch, and Hearn going to use that almost half the time against right-handed hitters, and Hearn been knocked around by righties. WOBA over 350, hard contact rate approaching 50% here. Bregman, surface numbers, we'd like him to be a little bit better, but the beer got talking to me on this one. The numbers against the fastball are there, and Hearn's struggles make Bregman a primary target for me here tonight. All right, we need a catcher on DraftKings. Let's knock that out with Will Smith of the Dodgers. So quickly becoming a favorite here of the Fantasy Bar. Normally, and we talk about this all the time, don't love spending up on catchers, but there is a lot of value here on this slate today where you can make this work. This guy, been solid. You think about that Dodgers lineup, all the studs there. Guess who ranks in the top 3 of WOBA? ISO, yes, Will Smith is there, 374 WOBA. Second on the team, only behind Freddie Freeman here. And we talk about these pitching matchups. Zach Davies loves to throw that sinker, almost 60% of the time. That is his pitch to righties. We're talking a 588 WOBA, so absolutely off the charts here for Will Smith. ISO over 400, so the power there as well. It's one of those days. I think you want to spend up at the catcher position and do it here on Will Smith of the Dodgers. All right, I promised you a starting pitcher. I think it's too cheap. That is Max Fried tonight of the Braves. So these prices kind of shocked me. A lot of decent pitching options on this slate tonight, but Fried stands out to me as the best combination of matchup and price. Now, we know this Cubs lineup does have some punch in it. Strikeout rate's not what we normally get here when we got 7, 8, 9 guys at 25% or higher, but there still are some strikeouts available in this lineup. What I really like, his ability to control righties and lefties. WOBA under 285 against both. ISO under 140 here. Going to see a lot of right-handed bats in this Cubs lineup, and he has done extremely well for a left-handed pitcher against righties. Gets a lot of ground balls as well. 53% ground ball rate, and those strikeouts, like we mentioned, 5 of those bats do have a 20% or higher strikeout rate. 4 of them 25% or higher. So there is some upside here. I think Max Fried just too cheap here on both sides. Get him in those lineups tonight against the Chicago Cubs. All right, back to the bats here. Back to the outfield with Jesus Sanchez of the Marlins. Now, the Marlins, one of those teams, we're never going to go out and play them a ton here, but I think this is a sneaky spot for the Marlins, whether it's a mini stack on DraftKings or even a one-off here with Sanchez. 8 multi-hit games for this guy already to open the season. Been a very, very productive bat here. And I think you're going to get some solid leverage here as well. Again, Miami, not the most exciting offense here Gray, I think, could be a popular target with his strikeout upside. So you always get that leverage when you're going against one of the more popular pitchers on the slate. And I think that's what we're going to see here. So great spot here for Sanchez. The numbers back it up as well. ISO approaching 300. A lot of hard contact. Again, anything north of 40% I'm looking at, above 50%. That is a very good thing. And Gray really has struggled with lefties. 358 WOBA and ISO at almost 300. And that power mix we're always after, 51% fly ball rates, 48% hard contact rate. Sanchez in a good spot to go yard. I think he does it. Get him in those lineups tonight. Too cheap, especially over on DraftKings at just 3,600. All right, it's time to take a look at my favorite play for Tuesday night. Before we do that, let's roll out once again our Beast of the Night contest. A thank you to you guys for hanging out here in the Fantasy Bar. Free to play. All you got to do, get in the comment section below the video and guess fantasy points on FanDuel tonight for the top hitter that I gave you. Fantasy points for my highest scoring hitter of the 5 bats. Closest guess is going to win themselves a free week of RotoGrinders Premium. All right, I promised you a stack. We're going to get that started right now. Let's take a look at my favorite play for Tuesday night. You know him as Beast of the Night. All right, Beast time. We open up with a Chicago White Sox player. We're going to close with another White Sox player. That's first baseman Jose Abreu, tonight's Beast of the Night. Absolutely love the White Sox here tonight in this spot against the lefties. The heart of that order, all hit lefties extremely well. All could have found a spot here in today's six-pack, but Abreu being my favorite of the bunch. When you look at the pitches that Lynch is going to throw, again, we talked about it with Vaughn, going to throw fastball, slider, changeup. Guess what? Abreu hits all 3 of those pitches extremely well. 2 of them with ISOs over 400 and WOBAs over 395. So a great pitching matchup here. A guy that hits lefties well, 294 ISO, a WOBA over 400. We already mentioned some of Lynch's problems with right-handed bats, but that power mix in play here as well. 43 and 46% against right-handed hitters. The White Sox in a smash spot here tonight. Jose Abreu, easily my favorite play on the board and tonight's Beast of the Night. All right, guys, that'll do it for Tuesday night in the Fantasy Bar, talking some baseball with 6 of my favorite plays. If you guys have any comments, questions, feedback, hit me up in that comment section right below the video. While you're down there, give me your favorite play tonight. Who's your Beast of the Night? Your favorite stack, your top pitcher. Let's talk some baseball. And don't forget, your guess for fantasy points on FanDuel for my highest scoring hitter for a shot at some free RotoGrinders Premium. For RotoGrinders.com, I am Beer saying salut, guys. Best of luck here tonight in MLB. We'll take a couple days off. Be back here on Friday with 6 more plays for you. Thank you so much for watching. Good luck tonight. We'll see you on Friday.
Hey, thanks for checking out our videos. If you want more expert advice on DraftKings, FanDuel, or any other daily fantasy sports, make sure you check out the current videos playlist